The Patch 8 stress test for Baldur's Gate 3 has officially released, and it's time to put your skills and the game's servers to the test. Whether you're on Xbox, PlayStation, or PC, Patch 8 is a massive deal, packed with some new long requested features, gameplay tweaks and changes, and an absolute mountain of bug fixes. And it's also the game's last major patch. But Larian Studios today have released their Community Update 33, announcing the launch of the stress test on all platforms, and a preview of some of the extra goodies we will see from Patch 8. As we already know, the patch is headlined by 3 main features: Crossplay, Photo Mode, and 12 shiny new subclasses. And we can also add to that list today, we've just found out that Xbox Series S players are finally getting split screen couch co-op. But that's not all, we've got some interesting tweaks to gameplay itself and a whole load of other news on what to expect from both Patch 8, the stress test itself, and how you can still get involved. Stick around as we'll run through everything announced in today's Baldur's Gate 3 Community Update 33 and all of the biggest features coming in Patch 8. So as we all know, Patch 8 is introducing crossplay. For the first time, players on Xbox, PlayStation and PC can team up in multiplayer no matter which platform they're on. It's a massive leap for accessibility and one that's been asked about for way too long now. And setting it up is pretty simple to do too. All you need to do is enable crossplay from the multiplayer settings and either join or create a cross-platform lobby. But Larian have advised that if you're playing with PC friends, console players should host the lobby for better performance. And then once you're in, you can add friends via the Larian network by typing in their username and sending them a request. Easy enough. Crossplay even supports modded multiplayer as long as the PC host has under 100 mods, and all of these mods are console and Mac friendly. If not, then a mod mismatch will be detected and you'll be unable to join the PC host lobby. Next we have Photo Mode, a long time in the making. Nothing much else needed to say here. We can now capture our favourite moments in game, frame them, add some cute little stickers, and then maybe even print them out as wallpaper and decorate our homes. I can't wait. Then we have 12 brand new subclasses. I'm not going to go into detail for all of them here because that's literally a whole new video of its own. But we are getting a mixture of D&D staples and a couple of homebrew subclasses thrown in for good measure. Classes like Path of the Giant for barbarians, and if it's anything like the modded version, it's going to be amazing. Arcane archers, they're a hell of a lot of fun to play, and Drunken master monks. All hell is literally about to break loose. Can't wait. Now these additions alone are massive, but Larian being Larian, they can't help themselves and just keep bringing even more food to the table. And talking of food on the table, help a man out and subscribe to the channel if you're watching, and maybe, just maybe, I can afford to eat this month. Let's crack on. For Xbox Series S players, Patch 8 is a straight winner for split screen. The long-awaited couch co-op is finally here. And this has been a huge ask from players since day one. And if I remember rightly, there was even rumours that it wasn't actually even possible. But here we are, available now with the stress test and is live with Patch 8 when that fully releases. Patch 8 is also bringing several gameplay changes aimed at improving quality of life and how we interact with the world. And Larian explicitly mentioned these are just some of the changes we can expect, so there's definitely still much more to come. A few highlights of those are, when we succeed on a perception check, the item we spot will now ping on our minimap and be listed in the combat log. Super helpful if you're anything like me. You succeed a perception check, then you spend the next 5 minutes trying to find out, what exactly did I just perceive? Inventory usability in dialogue has been improved. Scrolls and potions stored in unlocked containers within your inventory can now be used during dialogue. This small but impactful change makes it so much easier to use consumables when the situation demands it, without needing to shuffle your inventory around beforehand. And then we have some changes to neutral NPCs and environmental hazards. So this change makes it so that neutral or friendly NPCs will no longer turn hostile if they accidentally walk into leftover hazardous surfaces like fire, electricity, things like that, after combat has ended. And then we have a gigantic list of bug fixes. a lot of which weirdly involve Minthara, bless her. Check the full patch notes for all of these changes, but here are just a few standout fixes worth mentioning. So Minthara will no longer get stuck babysitting Thaniel in Act 2, Shadowheart's hair will stop inexplicably changing colours during intimacy, and frankly, anything that increases immersion in Shadowheart romance scenes is a huge win in my book. And characters romancing Gale when he, massive spoiler alert coming, sacrifices himself in the endgame will now receive a lovey-dovey letter from him after his demise. The third-party mod warning message has been replaced with a clearer message now, about damn time too. And with patch 8 still in its stress test phase, it's expected that not everything will run perfectly. The Larian have provided a bug reporting form for us to share any issues that we encounter, and if you're participating in the stress test, make sure to include patch 8 in the game version field to help the team track problems efficiently, and make sure to leverage the new photo mode to show the issue. As for known issues, some mods, particularly those using Imp UI, may cause menu or UI glitches, and Larian recommends starting a new save without Imp UI or any mods that depend on it for the stress test. Invites for the stress test are still going out in waves, so if you haven't received an invite yet, there's still time. Just be patient, calm down, and keep an eye out for the email. And as for when we can expect patch 8 to fully release, I'm putting my money on the first week in March. Now this is just a guess, I could be completely wrong, so don't at me, please. Patch 8 marks the end of Larian's official big updates for Baldur's Gate 3, which is a sad reality, but I still think there's more to come. As I pointed out in the last video, I think we are in line for some form of Dungeon Master mode. Larian have all but teased it, which would be an awesome addition and something we saw back in Divinity Original Sin 2, so we know they are capable of doing it. Either way, after the full release of patch 8, we will most likely be reliant on the mod community to continue building on the phenomenal game that we all know and love. And those guys are already cooking up a storm. So if you're interested and want to see more, check my other videos on upcoming custom campaigns. We've got a hell of a lot to look forward to. What features are you most excited to try out in patch 8? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, show me some love. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in Baldur's Gate.